Shooby-doo-wah. Shooby-doo-wah-wah-wah. Shooby-doo-wah. Shooby-doo-wah. What way?
His Excellency, the Chancellor.
Oh, my head. Ow. Hello. Who are you?
Your Chancellor, Your Majesty.
Ah. Well, what happened to that other fellow?
I believe you cut off his head.
Oh, right. Well, what is it? More problems?
What one might call old problems, Your Majesty.
Oh, it's that damn drawbridge, eh? Just needs a bit of oil.
Yes, indeed, Your Majesty. However, this old problem pertains to your daughter's wedding.
That old problem.
Yes, as Your Majesty is well aware, Prince Simon arrives today to seek Her Royal Highness's hand in marriage. Now, he has been traveling far and distant lands, and no one has told him that, well, he is unaware that the princess is, this is very difficult for me to say tactfully, Your Majesty.
Well, why don't you try spitting it out?
Prince Simon will naturally assume that Her Royal Highness has the customary, shall I say, the inevitable. He will expect her to have the looks expected of a woman of royalty,
What
especially.
you're trying to say is that my daughter's not beautiful.
Her beauty is somewhat elusive, Your Majesty.
Oh, it is. It's eluded you. It's eluded me. It's eluded everybody who's ever laid eyes on her.
Yes,
Even the royal painter, after he finished your portrait, he looked at me and he said,
Oh, that there's the best I can do, King.
one cannot understand how this lack of royal beauty has eluded her.
no. You don't think she takes off to me, do you?
Oh, of course not, Your Majesty.
Good, your predecessor did. That's why he lost his head.
Looking on the bright side, although Her Royal Highness is not strictly speaking beautiful, she does possess great beauty of character.
Well, but my good man, we're not talking about my daughter's character or the chances of getting married. There's a difference, eh? Although my daughter is the nicest person in the kingdom.
Yes, she is, Your Majesty. Except, of course, for you and your wife.
My wife's not nice. That woman is hell on wheels.
What are you two buffoons babbling about?
Darling, we were just talking about you.
No, balderdash, you were talking about our daughter. Now, this fellow, Prince Simon, what's he like?
No one knows, Your Majesty.
How old is he?
5 and 20.
In 25 years, somebody must have seen him.
What I meant to say, Your Majesty, is that Prince Simon has been traveling far and distant lands, and no detailed description of him has yet to reach our kingdom.
Nothing gone wrong with his eyes? Sunstroke? Something to blind him?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Majesty.
Oh, no, all is lost. This Prince Simon will take one look at our daughter and we'll get the same thing that happened at last year's tournament of love.
I'm not aware of that story, Your Majesty.
Oh, that's right. It was that other fool we had as chancellor. Well, we were having a dickens of a time trying to find someone to marry the princess. So we held a tournament of love.
It was supposed to be like all blood and guts, eh? It was like knights fighting it out up to the death and stabbing each other with their swords and go.
The last knight standing would win our daughter's hand in marriage. The trumpets blew, the knights all rode into the stadium, and when they took one look at our daughter, they all fell off their horses and lay on the ground as if dead.
Not one blow had been struck.
We grabbed the closest knight and proclaimed him the winner. By kingdom law, he had to answer one riddle correctly to claim the princess's hand in marriage.
And I made the riddle as simple as could be.
Would you shut up? I'm telling this story.
Yes, dear.
The riddle was, what has 4 legs, barks like a dog? The answer is a dog.
You see, simple.
Yes, indeed, Your Majesty.
Well, it wasn't simple for that night. First he said eagle. Then he said serpent. Then he said peacock, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
No one can accuse him of not trying.
Oh, by the 36th answer, he finally said hog instead of dog.
Well, that was close enough. I picked him up off the ground and proclaimed him the winner. Poor fellow dove under his horse, ran up the parapet, and jumped off the drawbridge into the mound.
It is going to take a sly trick to get our daughter married. Now, does he know about our plan?
No.
We need his help if we're going to pull this off. Now, you tell our daughter what we intend to do, and I'll go tell that stupid handmaiden Dulcibella what her part in the plan is.
But darling, I don't even know what my part in your plan is. I can fit.
Plan, Your Majesty?
Well, it's not really a plan. It's more of a trick, actually. There's frequent mention of its use in the history books.
Oh, I see. Actually, I don't.
Look at it. Ah!
The kingdom's commissioners and the kingdom's manager request an urgent meeting. Your Majesty.
Who's that fellow?
Your page, Your Majesty.
Ah. Well, for some reason, the moment I saw him, I wanted to order a burger of the week. I'll explain the plan as best I know a bit later. For now, go find Princess Camilla and have her sent here. And then go get that handmade Dulcibella and bring it to me, eh?
Right away, Your Majesty.
What?
Your Majesty,
Yes, what is it?
so sorry to bother you on this monumental occasion, your daughter's wedding day. However, urgent matters require your attention. We anticipate a greater than normal amount of street repairs due to the harsh winter in the kingdom. Also, by increasing the mill levy by 1 mil, we'll be able to replace the fence at the kingdom's sports complex. You'll recall that it was badly damaged during the riot last year, during last year's Tournament of Love, when all the knights tried to flee. And, thanks to F&A food sales, we've been able to expand the menu at the concession stand to include many of your favorites, including pig's feet, eel pie, barbecue squirrel, and popsicles. By using the capital outlay fund, we can complete the works on the roads leading to the drawbridge, thereby mitigating the flooding of the moat. We've awarded the drawbridge contract to Geisler Roofing, and they've requested an additional 100 barrels of drawbridge oil to keep it from squeaking so much. we ask that these measures be approved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign.
The motion is carried.
What's a pothole?
Hello, Daddy.
Oh, Camilla, how are you, my darling? Yes, thank you for coming. Now, darling, as you know, Prince Simon arrives today to seek your hand in marriage. So, now it's time we had a talk
Oh,
about the facts of life.
Mother already had the talk with me.
Well, this is a different kind of talk. Now, the great fact about marriage is that once you're married, you live happily ever after.
You and Mother are a classic example.
There are always exceptions to the rule. The point is, darling, that it doesn't matter who you marry or even how you marry, so long as you get married.
But, Daddy, I don't want to marry just anyone.
No. Well, now, darling, your mother and I have had, no, darling, you're not there. I think that. Now, darling, your mother and I have hatched a plan for your wedding, and it concerns your handmaiden, Dulcibella.
She is very beautiful.
Exactly. You and Dulcibella is going to switch places right before the wedding. You're going to pretend to be the handmaiden, and Dulcibella is going to pretend to be you. That way, when Prince Simon is first met, you'll see how beautiful she is, and not jump off a drawbridge like that last fella.
Oh, poor Johnny. He was such a nice lad. And he bought the remote quite fancily.
Oh, he was a good bowler. He like bowled that way, and up, he bowled this way, and up, he bowled that way, and up, he went down, he bowled up, he went down, and he bowled up. The point is, you and Dulcibella have switched places. And right before the wedding, you're going to switch back. That way, when Prince Simon says, I do, and lifts the veil, he'll see you. But by then it's too late. He already said, I do, you're married, case closed, done deal, no backing out.
The Chancellor has arrived with the handmaiden Dulcibella, Your Majesty.
This plan will work brilliantly if you'll just stay in your chambers until the actual wedding ceremony, all right? Now, let me fix this up. Let me set this. Yes. Oh, nice. Said, Dulcibella, how are you, my darling?
I'm doing okay, Your Majesty.
Well, might I say, you look like a royal. Now, has the Queen filled you in on this little trick we're going to pull on Prince Simon?
Yes, Your Majesty, but I don't think I'm up to pretending all kind of royal. It just don't suit me.
No worries, love, because I'm going to show you how to be a princess.
Okay.
Come, we'll sit over here. You sit first. Good. All right. There we go. Now, when Prince Simon is first met, you should have this like far away look in your eyes. Hey, watch me. Now you try. Bit further, bit more, and that's too far. Okay? Then graciously extend your hand for him to kiss. Oh, graciously, darling, you're not like Tuxton. And once he kisses your hand, you're going to be immediately smitten with that, eh? Stay boy. Now that you're
smitten with love, you want to bat your eyes at him and coo like this. Watch me. Now, you try. So we'll keep working on that. Yeah? Then after you've cooed to him, you want to lovingly proclaim his name with pride. Eh? Watch me, I'll show you. Oh, Prince Simon! Now you try.
Oh, Prince Simon!
Ow! Oh, don't hit him in the nads, darling. Come on. Are you guys okay down there? Oh, try it softly, darling. Think of it as like a flight of doves around your head. Try it again.
Oh, Prince Simon!
We'll keep working there. Now, darling, come with me. Allow Prince Simon to waft you from the room like a regal princess, eh? Watch me, I'll show you. This is called wafting. Now you try. Okay, darling, you're not ploughing a field. Waft with me. Here, I'll show you. I'll just waft, and we're wafting through. Wafting through.
Hello! How are you today? Hello. How are you? I like your bandana, sis. Can I have some of your beef?
Don't touch my food!
Can I have the water? Thank you. Can I sit here? Sure. It's been a long journey. It's a little warm, but it works. Do you know the way to the palace?
Actually, I do. You know, you gotta go right,
Go right,
and then left,
and then left,
and then right,
and then right,
and then left,
and then left.
and then to that tree over there. I think I'll get you there.
You expect me to climb a tree?
I do.
That's insane. Okay. The tree was giant.
Who are you? And how did you get in here?
Well, it's kind of a long story. Would you like to sit down?
That is the king and queen's throne. What are you doing sitting on the king's throne? And who are you?
My name is Carlo.
My name is Dulcibella. You have a tree branch stuck to your back.
Thank you. And you have some sort of thing stuck to your face. How long have you been walking around with this thing glued to your head?
Too long, I'm afraid, since my 3rd birthday. Why are you here?
I'm an attendant to Prince Simon, who is to marry Princess Camilla.
Oh, really? I'm attendant to Princess Camilla.
I hear she's very beautiful.
Where the heck have you been?
Traveling in distant lands.
Oh, really? How did you get in here?
I climbed that beech tree by the battlement. A quick climb up, a swing from the tallest limb, and over the wall I went.
You must be quite brave.
Actually, I was kind of scared I would fall into the moat. You see, I don't know how to swim.
You don't know how to swim, and yet you swung across most of a tree. You must be indeed quite brave.
You were very lovely, Dulcibella. Why do you laugh?
Aren't you tired of holding me?
Frankly, yes. I hurt myself swinging from the tree. You were quite beautiful, Dulcibella. Why do you laugh at me like that?
That's a little secret of mine.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I have a secret of my own.
Oh, really? Let's trade. Here's mine. When I was born, I was supposed to be quite beautiful.
And indeed you are.
Not many people think so, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I disappointed both my mother and father. I was sad for quite a long time. But then I met a very special person that told me, don't listen to what other people say. Always believe in yourself, and you will accomplish great things. And through that accomplishment, you'll find beauty that defines your life. And so every time I look in the mirror, I tell myself, I'm not an ugly duckling, but a beautiful human being. And someday, yes, someday, my prince will come. That is my secret. Now tell me yours.
Well, it's not as good as yours. You see, Prince Simon has come to marry Princess Camilla. Of course she will be a striking beauty, but Prince Simon is a rather ordinary-looking fellow himself. So he arranged for his manservant, Carlo, to pretend to be the prince until the wedding. Then they will switch places right before the ceremony.
How are they going to do that?
Prince Simon is going to be married in full armor with the face visor down. What on earth do you find so funny?
It's a little secret of mine.
Oh. Well, I have another secret, too.
Oh, really? You go first this time.
Very well. I am not Carlo. I am Prince Simon of... Ow!
Are you okay? What happened?
Cramp. It's not easy swinging from a tree. Anyways, as I was saying, I am Prince Simon.
You're sick. Does this feel better?
I said I am Prince Simon.
I know. I heard you the first time.
Well, aren't you just swearing or something?
I should first tell you my secret.
Well, what is it?
That must be the drawbridge lowering.
Pardon, but once again I fail to understand. What is so funny?
In just a few moments, your manservant Carlo will declare his passionate love for my handmaiden Dulcibella. Now that is funny.
I'm sorry, but you've lost me. If you were Dulcibella, then how can your handmaiden Dulcibella be professing her love to my manservant Carlo with? Oh! You are Princess Camilla!
What fun. I like you.
I like you too, a lot, Camilla.
Simon.
I knew from the moment that I saw you that I should marry you, even if you were Dulcibella. By the way, which of you am I marrying?
When you lift the veil, it shall be I. Until then, it shall be Dulcibella.
And when the visor on the armor is raised, I shall be the man standing in front of you.
Right this way, Your Majesty.
Goodbye, Camilla, until you lift your veil.
Goodbye, Simon. Until you lift your visor.
You don't have to drag me. I know how to walk. Just stop it.
Who and what is this?
This is my manservant, Carlo, and with your Majesty's permission, he shall help me in preparing for this wedding ceremony.
And you are the handmaiden Dulcibella, who will prepare the Princess Camilla for the wedding.
May I?
Say, what are those funny-looking things you're wearing?
These are called pants, Your Majesty. Pants.
Paws.
Pants.
Beard. Well, where did they come from?
A faraway place called Walmart in Concordia.
Very well. By kingdom rule, Prince Simon must now answer a question correctly in order to win Princess Camilla's hand in marriage.
Does that idiot know the answer?
Right. Yo, idiot. The answer's dog. D-O-G, dog, eh?
I will now ask Prince Simon if he is prepared to carry on with this massive miscarriage of justice. I meant ritual. I meant to say ritual.
Oh, it's all right. Easy mistake to make.
I'm prepared.
Very well. By kingdom rule, the same question cannot be asked on 2 consecutive occasions.
You what? Have you lost your mind? You ought to lose your head.
I'm prepared for the ritual.
Very well. The riddle is, what has 4 legs and mews like a cat?
A dog.
You really are an idiot. I mean, my God. Oh, good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
According to the official records, the correct answer would be...
Your Majesty, may I have your permission to speak?
Oh, it might be the last word spoken before that fool loses his head.
In our country, there's an animal to which we have given the name a dog, or what the slower people in regions like Oklahoma and Nebraska call a doggy. This animal purrs all the time.
Purrs like there's no tomorrow.
And when it wants milk, it mews.
Mews like nobody's business.
It also has 4 legs.
One at each corner.
In some countries, I understand this creature to be called a cat. In one distant country where Prince Simon and I traveled, Republic County, they called it a buffalo. So you see, Your Majesty, a simple mistake.
Yes. Easy mistake to make.
Right? Right!
Yes, indeed, Your Majesty. Allow me to be the first to congratulate Prince Simon on answering the question correctly.
With Your Majesty's permission, I shall now retire to prepare for the wedding ceremony.
Sure. May I have Your Majesty's permission to attend to Prince Simon? You see, it is custom in our country that princes of royal blood be married in full armor.
It's full armor? Oh, you're serious? And you are serious? Well, whatever floats your boat, girl. Not quite so fast. You're pretty quick on your feet, young man.
I liked it. Reminds me of myself when I was that age. You did good today. It is my desire to reward you with anything such as you wish. Thank you.
Your Majesty is very gracious, but seeing your lovely daughter married to Prince Simon is the best gift I could ever be given.
With Your Majesty's permission, I wish to go jump in the moat.
Dulcibella, you performed your job admirably. I'll see you're justly rewarded, eh?
Kid! Mother, father, by your leave, unto the wedding.
Well, you know, my darling, I think we can congratulate ourselves on a job well done.
Now that's because I'm the queen, you fool. I know how to get things done, even when you screw them all up.
Now, darling, could we have been wrong about our daughter this whole time?
In what way?
Well, I'm not really sure. She just seems different now. There's like a glow about her. She's quite beautiful.
Well, that's because you're drunk.
It's been a good day, Kingdom. Shoo-ba-doo-wah. Shoo-ba-doo-wah, wah, wah. Shoo-ba-doo-wah. Shoo-ba-doo-wah-wah-wah.